Hello everybody, my name's Lynn, Dusty Roads Restoration. Welcome to everybody that's new to the channel or first time watching the video. The video is going to be, the channel is about bringing my old 55 back to life. I've had this car since 15 years old, and so trying to bring it back together and kind of document the restoration of that car. So welcome to anyone new, and welcome back to you folks that have checked out the channel before. So most likely when you're seeing this, we've already passed Christmas and New Year's. So in case you didn't hear it before, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So we're starting on New Year. I had some time off over the break and over the holidays, and was really hoping that I could get some videos done, get a lot done on the car. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. If you've ever have a shop or even your house garage, how easily it can be trashed, and how much it takes to get it put back together. And it's just been, we cleaned out a storage unit that we didn't need anymore, and just the amazing amount of junk that was in there. And of course I put it here in the shop to stage and to get things organized. So what a mess. But so I did finally get my shop put back together. I did a lot of antiques. Like I said, we sell at a couple of we sell antiques at a couple antique stores. We have a couple booths, and so we're trying to restock while I had a chance to work on stuff. Normally there's some, the man cave stuff is stuff I'm kind of responsible for, and so I was helping my wife out and get our booths back together. But I'll give you kind of a little tour of the shop again. And I really didn't do a complete, that's how when an old guy stands up, he has to make that grunt sound. After today, that definitely happens. I don't know if I've showed you my old refrigerator. Is an old Hot Point refrigerator, and actually my students, when I was teaching, found this, and we went through quite a part of the year and said, hey, I said, we need to paint this before the school year's out. And so they chose 57 Chevy teal green and ivory white. Now it's not exactly 57 Chevy colors, but it's pretty close, and that refrigerator works great. It's got a little freezer area, and works great. Just give you kind of a quick tour of the shop a little bit. I was able to find my front bumpers, which was nice, and front bumper pieces, I should say. Put those in. You guys watched some of the earlier videos, saw me dismantle the front fenders, and so there's the pieces of it, headlights, and then I've got some rounded up the gas tank, and I got the new radiator, the AC condenser. And then also there is the old original radiator, my radiator support. And so trying to get everything kind of lined out. So there's a new gas tank, and got the old original straps, which are fine. I was really hoping to get a chance to do a video of the engine. The engine is done, and I was kind of hoping to pick it up, but things didn't work out. But this is kind of the pretty stuff that's going to go on it. So it's going to get a Edelbrock intake manifold, and a Edelbrock carburetor, new distributor. Of course, got the fancy valve covers and timing chain cover and all that kind of stuff. And then going with a they're kind of a short header. I think it would just kind of tuck in nice against the engine. And then this is the brake booster for the brakes, so that'll all be going on the 55. So still trying to find all the parts. Now these boxes down below there are all full of 55 parts, and then there are the rally wheels that I'll need to get sandblasted and most likely just powder coat, but kind of starting to make the shop more homey, more me. If you've ever seen the old Cars movies, this was actually a Lego display, would have been in some of the stores back then. And of course my kids loved the movies and loved Legos. My son Shane did a lot of Lego building, and I saw this and bought it at an auction. I was like, man, this is so cool. I was gonna sell it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just really neat. It does light up. I don't know if it'll come on or not. It never does on demand, but it has little LED lights that come on, so that's pretty cool. But here again, just something I'm gonna keep. Did do a little decorating over here on the wall. I've got city service sign. So my father-in-law, first job out of college was working for city service, and so that's kind of a throwback to him. And then the Texaco sign's kind of a creation. I had that old decal around, and I said, hey, let's do something with it. I did that quite a while ago. The family drive-in. My brother actually had one like that in his body shop, and I happened to find one at an auction. I said, hey, I gotta buy that and put that up. And then I've had that old Amoco truck for years, and I said, well, there's a good spot for it. You can see that the front fenders are there on top of the bathroom, as well as the hood, so they're out of the way and safe. When I get a chance, I'll bring them down and repair them. The nautical, you'll notice there's a time difference on the clocks. I just noticed that, so I need to synchronize those. I just picked that up at an auction, and well, heck, I might as well put it up there, and the way it's out of the way. I'm gonna bring up the subject of the fire extinguisher. In the past, I haven't always, thought about those things, but it's really important that we have, a fire extinguisher, because these old cars, I'm going to put all new wiring in it, but, you start running it, something backfires, and all of a sudden you got a fire. We need to think about that. So guys, if you're going to be doing a project in your garage, they're not that expensive. Go to the home store. That's, I won't say the name brand, but I went there and I got one for home and one for here. It's just smart, to protect the old car, protect the shop. So, like I said, it's something to do. My wife just bought a cool thing for me at a, I don't know if it was a garage sale or a auction or what, but she got this neat old AT&T public phone. And if you'll notice, there's no place for change, so I don't think it's a pay phone. It is touch, it is not a dial, but if you know where one of those would have been, bloop it in the comments section, because I don't know, I don't recall seeing one of those. If it was in a phone booth, to me it still would have been pay. But if you happen to know, if you used to work at AT&T or know where you might have seen one of those, it was really had a lot of like tar material on it, so it might have been in a bar or around some of it, a lot of smoke and something. I don't know, but if you happen to know, but I thought that was kind of a cool spot for it. This is a really neat piece that I wanted to show you guys. This was, I actually bought this at an auction not too long ago. I think it was down in Wichita area. Actually, it was, I can't remember, but anyway, I bought this at an auction, and I thought, man, this is so cool, and I really thought I was going to get bid up on it, and so I had a pretty good reserve on it. The auctioneer really didn't know what it was. I said what it would have been in a dealership, probably in 1954, before the 55s actually got there, just showing the new construction. So it's definitely a dealership item, but it's pretty cool. 1955 Chevrolet body, exclusive Unisteel construction. How much different it was than the 54. New sweep line sight windshield, new roomy interiors, double door construction, double construction floor sills, new comfort zone heating and ventilation, new exclusive arched cowl design, double wall quarter panels, double construction roof rails. So, I've been in the collision repair industry for many years, and, much as I love the 55s and all the cool cars, compared to today's cars, very weak. I mean, they can't take a collision like today's cars can, but for 1955, they were pretty cool and pretty revolutionary in their design. So I really haven't had a chance to do much, and I'm going to try to put together a couple more videos before I leave, and the next thing we'll do is really dig into the interior. And like I said, we'll do a little bit more discussing what we're going to be doing, but really start tearing apart and start dismantling it some more so we can get the next step on the body. So I did make a wish list, excuse me, with Speedway. You know, some of the things I need. So I need wiring harness. I really think, no matter what, I really think I should put the 4-link suspension on there. I think it'd be a lot better ride. I think it would be a lot better just cornering and everything like that. Now, I did talk to a guy who does a lot of work on 55s about doing a where you basically put the springs up into the frame rail. And he said the only problem is we start going around the corners, it kind of bangs and clunks, and then it doesn't corner very well. And he said, man, the way to go is the 4-link suspension. So it's going to be quite a bit of money, so I got to make sure I save up my pennies and my dimes. But I think that it'd be the way to go, plus coilovers. Also, I've included a cool little video for you. So, like I said, my wife and I do antiques, and part of the thing I was doing was cleaning up stuff and getting it ready for the store. And I found this cool old Buddy L truck. And so it's not Buddy L from like the 50s or 40s. This is the Buddy L from the 80s. And it was cool because I got it to work. Now, it is in an antique store, but it's not very consistent. But I held my mouth just right and got it to work. So I'm going to patch that video into here, and then I'll be back shortly. This is a cool little piece. I'm going to see if I can get this pulled off this morning. So it's a Buddy L from the 80s. It's a little sensitive, but I'm going to see if I can get this started up and get it to stay running. Isn't that cool? She idles down, got her headlights on. I love it. This thing's been setting for a long time. It's not new. It's amazing that it still works. But you gotta kind of hold your mouth just right and slowly turn it from start to on. But isn't that cool? I hope you like that video on the little Buddy L. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Really wasn't expecting that to work. If you've been around antiques or anything that's had batteries in them before, usually the chances of them working are slim and none. They got a little bit of corrosion on them, or somebody leaves the batteries in a toy. So for all you folks that just got your kids some cool battery operated things, make sure you don't give it a month or so, those kids stop playing with their toys quite as much. Take those batteries out. That way those toys stay good longer. And you can always put them back in. But if you leave them in there, they're pretty well ruined. And that little truck, I could tell that no batteries had ever been left in there for a long period of time. And I just cleaned the contacts a little bit, and it was usually they're pretty bad. So I was really surprised. So just continuing a little bit before I do my next video, I just wanted to kind of wrap up what I'm thinking on the vehicle. So I've really been conflicted. Do I really want to go I want to go fast, I want to have fun. Obviously I'm not dead yet, but also I love driving this car. It's so much fun when people are gawking when you're driving down the road. And I've ridden in a lot of cool cars over the years, but for some reason, the 55s are just, people really love looking at them, and this should be a good looking old car. And so the engine I've had that the guys are going through is a little 305. It's nothing fancy. It's not high compression. We did put a little bit of a cam in it, and I really think I'm going to go with a 350 turbo. I've got one, and I just want to get out and drive it. I also want the factory you know, the odometer and everything to work just like it did before with the old 4-speed. And you know, I can always change those things later. I can go with a thumper motor, but I already own the engine. I'm into it reasonable, and I haven't won the lottery yet. And if somebody has won the lottery, they want to send some my way, I'd be happy to take care of that for them. You know what I'm going to be spending it on, but I really think it's, you know, let's get the thing back on the road. Let's enjoy it. I do want, like I said before, I really want to put the triangulated 4-link suspension in it, but I want to put air conditioning in it. I want to make it comfortable. I want to make it a cruiser. And don't worry, I'm going to be building some thumpers down the road, and maybe we make that into this later on. I had a chance to came across a 348, which is in that 409 family, but man, I know I'm going to have a ton of money in rebuilding it, and just things aren't I'm not that fluid yet. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is go 305, go simple, and just enjoy the car. So as always, thank you so much for taking a look at this video and checking out the channel. You know, if you get a chance, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. I'm just a little guy. No, I know I'm not a little guy, but little guy channel wise, starting out. So anything you can do would be appreciated. And we're gonna start getting somewhere on this car, and I hope that you'll stay and follow along. But God bless you, and we'll see you next time.